Hello, good morning. So, all right. So we are back today, Friday, and today is our education day. All right. So wonderful day, and I believe that everybody is very healthy today. And get your coffee, get ready, get your notebook if possible. So let's do some learning and unlearning as well. All right. So today we're going to talk about, I'm going to give you as much as information about male cancer. This is something that very common, a lot of people are asking for, okay? And how can we overcome this and what are the best way and all. So ladies and gentlemen, so the I will do it a little fast here because I want to spend more time on the Q&A session. The Q&A session is more valuable than rather than me talking, all the way. Okay. Today I'm alone. There is no co-host unless that anybody volunteer to be one. All right. So please put the chat bot active, and I have posted a link there for everyone. Okay, that is the YouTube link. Okay, so please share the link with your friends and do ask them to subscribe the channel as well. All right. So put in some emojis as much as y'all can. Okay, in your both the chatbot or either keep it active. Keep it active. Don't make it very boring session. Okay, so you guys will get bored. You can also put the emoji as laughing, smiling, some fire, love, and all. If it is bad, then just can put thumbs down. Doesn't matter. Okay. All right. So let's go into 14 of them. Okay, let's go into the session and see. Right. Okay. Yeah, there is Sivanandam. Sivanandam. Okay, Mr. Siva uh, from Johor. All right. Okay, let's get this. Okay. Okay, male cancer. This is something very interesting, and in fact, we got a lot of things to define and to educate people. Okay, practically this session is an education session. I am learning, you guys are learning, and we always do learning and unlearning as well. Okay, so the very important part here, how do you define health? How do we define health? Is it health is something that absence of disease, or looking in good shape, having six pack, good shoulder, masculine, which is which? You see, but many people have different understanding, different perspective when it comes to health. Okay, so it is very hard, but we can say all the answers could be correct as well. But for me, I think we should be, health comes with happiness. And when our golden moment, okay, we always have a golden moment in our life, which is when we become 60. Okay, that is the most precious time, that when we come 50, that we have to be very, very healthy and not managing disease. You see, what I see nowadays is when my patients comes at the 60 years old, they have buckets of medications. They have a little toolbox, like sort of a pouch or something. They're very well organized. They have a lot of medication, 8 to 10 medications. They've been popping in every day without fail, and they are managing disease. Okay, managing sickness. Is this what we have to do at the end of our journey? Okay, no, we didn't come for that. We came for a very good reason, very good purpose. We have to be very enjoying life, and when the last moment, 10 to 20 years that we're going to spend on this earth, have to be the best moment. But what to do? A lot of people have lost one or two of their organs, legs is missing, dialysis is going on, and in and out of hospitals, whatever they have made from the day one to that age, they have to spend. And this is what is going on now. Okay, we don't want to do this. Okay, we don't want this kind of life. We have to be joy until when we born. We are very happy, giggling, laughing. You know, in one day a child laughs more than 3,000 times, 5,000 times. Like, when you're an adult, you should be very joyful as that as well. Okay, so that is my definition of health. All right, so let's see what is all about this cancer. Okay. Oh yeah, before that, my name is Dr. Firdaus. That's why I always put this slide. Every of these sessions I forget to just do a brief introduction. I'm a Dr. Firdaus, being a medical doctor for more than 25 years, being an emergency physician. Now what I'm doing is practically educating people and giving the enlightenment of what to do, what not to do, what is the food. Nowadays people is really lost when it comes to food. People are doing a lot of hard work in terms of working out, exercise, this and that, but the food is really bad, horrible. Okay, they do not have an understanding what is really food and what is the food that they really need to consume. Okay, if you were to summarize, what I teach is what to eat. We should able to identify what our food, and then we should able to know when to eat and how to eat, what to eat, how to eat, when to eat. These three things that people have pretty lost. Okay, and everybody is following dietitian books, American syllabus, UK syllabus, British syllabus, and that kind of things. Okay, we are human beings. Okay, very simple. Okay, life should be enjoying. All right, so this is what I do. Okay, comes to cancer. Cancer is an abnormal growth cell. This is an unwanted cell which starts to grow in the body with no reason. Okay, why does this kind of cells grow? Why do our body allow them to grow? This is the reason is because of alkaline and acidity issue. Okay, this is where the body become very unbalanced. Our naturally in our blood, our pH should be natural, which is 7.25, 7.35, around there. Anything lesser, 6 sort of, it is acidic, and anything go more than that, it become very alkaline. But in our body, every of the organs have its own acidity and alkalinity issue. The most acidic area is the stomach, which is 2 point something, 2.1, 2.2. Why? There is purpose for it. God has designed us in that way so that we are having a different health ratio. A lot of people say your body is very acidic. What do they mean? That can refer to toxin level which is deposited in the body. Okay, so what is the blood's pH? The blood's pH is always the arterial blood pH is 7.35 to around there. Okay, it cannot go alkaline or it cannot go acidic. That will never happen. Okay, so when people who have a closer range, okay, when the pH is 7.15, okay, that's where the body will start to alarming and will start to push to 7.35 and around there. So this is where the body needs to use a lot of your nutrition, minerals, vitamins to do the buffering. So in a way, you are losing a lot of nutrition. Okay, minerals, vitamins, and all. You are not taking enough. Remember that you're not taking enough. Don't think that people who are consuming a lot of synthetic and chemicalized based compounded vitamins that works in your body. Only the placebo effects gives you a great effect, but your body is extremely smart and he knows what to use, what not to use. Okay, the synthetic vitamins, extracted vitamins and all, it's very, very small portion goes into the system. Most of it is being digested as a toxin or it will be eliminated. Such as vitamin C is water soluble, B is water soluble. When you take a B complex has 8 components: biotin, riboflavin, and so many others. You need all this in the correct proportion, then the body would able to absorb them. If it is provided, it is a natural source. That's where the catch is. Okay, but like now you see there's so many types of B vitamins and vitamin C. Okay, dissolve these, that, and all. People think that all that it works. It doesn't work. It just goes into your urine, and that's where it comes in the toilet. All the money just flush out there. It is water soluble. Remember, absorbic acid is the only vitamin C part of the absorbic acid can be compounded in the lab, not the balance 7. In vitamin C, there is 7 uh, 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 types of vitamin C components in one vitamin C. So who can do the balance 5 or 6? The mother nature, the soil, the plants, the fruits. But what to do nowadays? People are thinking, popping in one vitamin C gives you the great effect. No, it doesn't do that. Okay, we will talk about that vitamins, all this blah blah stuffs, and a lot of things to talk about. Okay, the root cause of being uh, alkaline issues, getting into all these things is toxin. Okay, what is the main reason the body is coming very highly alkaline or acidic and all these things go haywire, imbalance happens is because of toxin. People are consuming, tons of toxins, I would say tons of toxins. Every single thing you consuming now, it is killing us. Every single bite you do, it is killing you. But do you really realize what are you really taking? And then also the imbalance part comes from the nutritional input. Is your food compact with nutrition? No. And it has to be natural as well. No. This is the issue there. People are lost when it comes to this. Okay. I have extracted 6 causes to my knowledge. Okay. What can make us go very into acidic or can cause a lot of hazards to the body, not only cancer and the other disease as well. One is hereditary issue. Hereditary issue is not for the disease. This is the lifestyle of a person. It follows, it runs in the family. Obesity. Why? Eating patterns is there. Father, mother eats at 12 o'clock. Sons, children eat 12 o'clock. The father orders burgers and, this is the habit. This is the hereditary. Okay. So the chances is very high because you have that kind of habit in the gene, where you do not really give attention to that particular health consciousness. Okay, you are not aware at all. You're lost. Pollution in air. This is another biggest thing that you can never avoid, or you're not able to avoid. Okay, we have a lot of radiations, pollution, toxins is coming in uncontrolled. Okay, the toxin waste disposable, all of these issues, and also the gadgets where we are surrounded with now. We cannot run away from this. Now the world is so gadget oriented that the first thing when you wake up, who do you look for? Not your wife, not your kid, your handphone. Aha. And there's so many people put their handphone in charger, leave it next to them, and this kind of things, and so much of things. I don't have to tell you all. You definitely will be laughing or smiling there, right? Okay. You may live without your husband, you can live without your wife, but you cannot live without your phone. That important it is. Okay, so that much of radiation are we exposing from this, and then smoking. A lot of people think smoking is a lifestyle. It's so macho when you smoke. Yes, maybe no. I don't know because I don't smoke. So smoke gives you a lot of damage. This is another factor here. Okay, then comes, you see this picture here. You see, I saw this gentleman a couple of days back. Okay, he was diagnosed for lungs cancer, and he suddenly popped up. His legs started to swollen, and then he has a lot of blisters. Okay, which is watery and all, and he smokes a lot and he drinks Nescafe every day. He doesn't have any good um, habit of in terms of food and all. So this is the another big issue. Okay, no problem, Mr. Nemi, sir. Okay, if you're in, just let me know. Buzz me. All right. Thank you, Mr. Nemi, sir. He's see whether he's in or not. Just excuse, guys. Oh yeah. Okay, I got a co-host here. All right, our co-host is in. So sorry for the interruption. Mr. Nemi, you're a co-host now. Please assist me, if possible. Okay, then back to this story. Okay, he's a smoker and he drinks only coffee. Choice of not coffee is bad for health. Coffee is extremely the best blessing beverage which is given by God to us. But the choice is the wrong coffee people are choosing out there. The commercial coffees out there is extremely bad for health because it's not even a coffee. Okay, chemicalized, synthesized coffees and all. People have very bad understanding towards caffeine, but this is wrong. Caffeine is a medicine. How can caffeine be bad and then we have medicines made of caffeine? It doesn't make sense, right? So caffeine is really good, but you must know which coffee is the best coffee. Okay. And this is where the scenario of this guy, you see, is a smoker, leads to thickening of the density of the blood. It will get very great, and then circulation gets poor, immunity gets crushed down, and all these issues will come, and this is the problem. Okay, so this is where the issues, and then he was been diagnosed for lungs cancer. You see, so how bad it is. You see why? There is no awareness of nutrition, and is not really worried about health, or there's no what I'll say, is not really taking care of himself. This is one issue here. Okay, and then consumption. Okay, alcohol. Okay, this is another thing. A little is okay, but then too much of alcohol, very regular, bottles and bottles and bottles of wine is good. Yes, one pack of wine is good, not one bottle or two bottles of wine, something like that. So this causes a lot of pressure to the internal organs. Your organs has to balance and regulate back the alkalinity and issue. A little info here extra I would like to give you all. You see, when you drink, what happens? The one who drinks a lot of alcohol, what happens first? You start to urinate a lot. When you start to take a couple of beers, then you'll be like in and out to the washroom. What happens is your acidity level will shoot up. Their body will detect and know and flush the acid lower. It will flush it out in urine. Then if it still didn't continue, you didn't stop, you continue drinking, and then what will happen? You will tend to vomit, because all this is the action of regulating back your acidity. What are the organs involved in balancing the acidity? Lungs, stomach, colon, and your gallbladder. Gallbladder is one of it, but the kidney, that is another one. So this is where you'll start to urine and all. When you drink too much, what will happen? The body will say, knock it off, then it will just keep you quiet, you'll faint, and then you just sleep. If not, people will drink until die. There are a lot of people have died after taking too much of alcohol. Okay, this comes the most interesting part. Acidic food. Wow. Okay, there's one little boy, east to west. What he said, east to west, I love my food, or something like that. Okay, this is something that people can never change their habit. Okay, food is something that you can never change. People may change their religion, but not food. Okay, that's strong, is it? That's strong. Okay, so drinking milk is another very huge debate for me to take people to understand milk. A lot of people, there's so many videos also claiming that milk is good. My argument is not milk is good, milk is bad. What is contains in the milk? What is the pH? That is not the point here. Okay, why you drink milk? I ask people, they say there's a lot of good amino acids and nutrition, this and that, blah blah stuff. Okay, yes, it is true, but the protein is identical, and this protein is undigestible in the stomach. Okay, so what happens is it eats your beta cells in your pancreatic, and that will lead you to type 1 diabetes. Simple. God has created every species with their own milk, and some even gives an example. This person has a goat and he brings the goats everywhere. That all is like many years back, 50-60 years back. We cannot do that kind of comparison in this world now. This world has changed. How many decades has come, and a lot of things has changed. You cannot compare. We cannot even compare the nutritional what is in the food even 10 years back, is depleted so much. The soil has changed. You can't even find an earthworm in the soil now. This difficult it is. Okay, so it's very simple. We have a better choice than milk. Okay, the same nutrition, much better nutrition, you can have it. If you convert this into ghee, you convert this to yogurt, yes, it will be even much better, 10 times better than milk. Okay, so simple. Okay, so it promote acidic production and also cause inflammation. Remember, inflammation is the greatest damage to your cells. Okay, comes to the cancer part here. Okay, let's see. The most common is prostate cancer in men. Why? Okay, we will come to that part later. Why? Then comes the lungs cancer. Then comes the highest. The first is prostate. The second is lungs, and then colorectal. Colorectal is equally big as lungs, and in fact, we see the statistic is not much difference here. Is almost there. Okay, why? Eating is so bad. People eating is so bad. They don't even eat. They swallow. Okay, they just boom, boom, boom. Everything goes in swallowing. Okay, they don't chew. No time. Drinking carbonated stuff. All this damage your rectum and many other digestive organs. Okay, then urinary bladder. Urinary. You see, people even can come and give a reason is I got no time to urine. Wow, that is excellent reason for not urinating. Yeah? Don't have time. Okay, and then what will happen? One day your body will tell you, I got no time to heal. I'm going to take off. Bye bye. That's it. System shut down. That. Okay, have value for yourself. Okay, and then comes to skin cancer. But there's one cancer which is not highlighted here. We will come to that part. This cancer is equally great in women. Okay. Okay, this is the statistic here, roughly. Okay, the largest is the other cancer, lung, prostate, and all this. Okay, you see this. The most important part here: 10 million cancer patients is been diagnosed every year. Okay, this is WHO statistic, and the worst scenario here is in another 7 years or 8 years, there will be 90% of the world population will be diagnosed or becoming a diabetic, and 70% is going to become as cancer. Is this a very interesting or very happy statistic? Very sad. Very sad. We are in the statistic, and our loved ones is in the statistic. So we have to do the change. We have to take charge of our health. Every single person's health is in your hand. Don't blame your government. Don't blame anybody. Nobody is responsible for what is in your plate. You are 101% responsible for that. Comes to prostate cancer. The staging part on the cancer, it is nothing so great and is no any technicality. Stage 1 means it is just very new. Stage 4 is something that has spread to multiple organs and is gone like uncontrolled. That is the staging part here. Obviously, any cancer that has been detected much earlier in the stage 1, yes, we can do a lot of things. But if you detect in the stage 4, okay, and it's going to be even more difficult challenge. The battle is going to be very tough. Okay, that is what. Okay, what is prostate? Prostate is a simple, very little, tiny, like a peanut, big as a peanut, and it controls the urine. Okay, EGH, right, and also for responsible for seminal production, healthy sperm count, and all these things. Okay. And nowadays we see a lot of people are having this issue. Why? The reason is most of the disease comes because of toxin has been flooding into your system, and all your blood circulation has been interrupted. All the arteries is been narrowing down, and your chromosome is dying, the telomeres in the chromosome, the tail of the chromosomes is also depleting, that the duplication of the cells is not taking place. This is where the immunity starts to drop. Then you will be in danger. The aging process takes extremely fast. Nowadays, we see the people at the age of 30 looks like 40, looks like 50, looks like 60. So bad in terms of energy, in terms of size, in terms of skin texture, in terms of look. All these we are having a lot of problems. You see anyone at the age of 70 or 60, they look so bad. They have a lot of disease. They have this problem, that problem, diabetes, and on this and that, and also cancer. Okay, so this is where the prostate cancer, and then comes to lung cancer. Notice the best part is the smokers and the non-smokers doesn't make any difference. Equally, they are getting cancer. And also, we have seen the statistic. A lot of people ask question, I'm not a smoker, why do I get lung cancer? Okay, we do not use our lungs properly. We don't even know how to breathe. Now the human being, the best part, they don't know how to breathe. Okay, they don't even know that they are breathing. Very shallow breathing. No proper inhaling and exhaling methods is so wrong, and also the air is very polluted, working environment is polluted. There's so much of effect. Okay, all these also comes to from stage 1 to stage 4. Obviously stage 4 is spreading all over here and there. Colorectal cancer is now coming very popular. Okay, very common. Okay, so you see, this is the anatomy of the large colon. And the large colon length is approximately 7 to 8 feet. Okay, this as ascending, trans, descending, and the rectum. Okay, the sigmoid colon as well. Okay, when we do an endoscopy, okay, this is how a cancerous colon looks like. Okay, the normal colon looks very beautiful, smooth. I'll show you that. Okay, you see here, this is the polyps in the colon. This is how it grows, small little pimples like that, and then it starts to grow. This is unwanted growth, unwanted cells. The cells got no activity. They do not have any purpose. When this cell starts to grow and grow and grow, like here, it will starts to block the passage. This is where it will come into a problem. Okay, unwanted cell, so it can even spread, and these cells can go and grow in any other areas. Okay, so this is where it comes to the bigger boil sort of, and then it can grow up into your lymphatic system and can go into the other part of the colon. And all this doesn't happen in 1 day or 2 days. It takes time, 15 years, 20 years, 25 years. It takes a very long time. But in all these years, the body gives you signal. The body communicates with you. But people don't care about all these things. That is, the thing. Diarrhea, oh, I am okay. Constipation, no, I am like that. Since I'm born, I do not go toilet. My version, I go toilet 1 week 2 times. As though like he is a different model and we are a different model. It is not like that. Any human being should have a proper bowel movement. One is in the morning, one is in the evening. Okay? At least once a day is good, perfect. And there is tools, shapes and colors and all these things can be identified. But what to do now, people, everything is very irregular. Okay? So this is the issue here. And okay, you see the first picture here. This is where the normal colonoscopy looks like, very clean. Okay, it looks like stages. It goes in deep in. Okay, all the other colons here is damaged. This is a lot of polyps. Flat polyps. Polyps is very beginning stage of the cancerous, and it starts to grow, and then it grows, and then you have multiple. Okay, this is totally blocked, all right, and all these things. Then comes to urinary bladder cancer. Those who don't have time to urine, and you see, when they find urination is a problem to them, Then what they do, they cut the water. They do not want to drink water. That is where the problem becomes. So and this is where another growth will take place in the same wall of the urine bladder, and then this is how it will come. This is the stages here, the bladder wall, and then it becomes like a small pimples, like a polyps just now, and then it grows and grows and grows. It becomes very big here, and even it can grow inwards and become very huge, and then that is where people, and then where here it bursts, and then you cannot, you'll have blood in your urine. Most of the time, this is when there is blood, that's where people run to the hospital, look for something. Oh, something is really dangerous has happened. You see, this is the picture of a real bladder, and you see the the deviation here is all, this is unwanted cell growth. You see, it will be just growing and growing and growing, and then it will become so big and lump, and the whole urine bladder become useless. It cannot function because there's no space. Everything is blocked. Here is blocked, and this is where they will remove the urine bladder and do something. And comes to skin cancer. Skin cancer is something like a mole, and then from there it also keep growing. Most of the skin cancer comes because of wrong use of cosmetic, and also due to the sunblock. Okay, now people have a lot of terminology, a lot of science saying that sunblock is must be to prevent cancer. That is a total myth. Okay, who produce all these articles? That is the company who comes with the sunblock. They claims that sun is bad for health. Remember one thing, a very simple thing which I give you. Okay, tell you, God has created us. God will never create anything damage his creation, which is human. No. If tomorrow sun takes off, we die immediately. Couple of hours we will die. There's no oxygen. Trees will die. And what are you going to breathe? Carry, drums around? And where are you going to get that oxygen? Everything dies. Remember that. How can sun be bad? Come on, logical thinking. Put the fact. Okay. And also some, people says morning sun is good, afternoon sun is bad, then the other sun is bad, and then there's another logic like that. And some says, after sometimes a lot of chemicals is up, and then the sun is penetrating, the UV is coming and banging you, bam, bam, boom, bam, all this stuff. I just don't understand. Okay. Because all these reasons why people are thinking so and digesting like that, because you do not understand the capacity, the ability of a human system. You do not understand at all. You do not know how powerful is the human system. You do not know how powerful is the human mind, first of all. So people think he's a piece of junk and he cannot not do anything. His sons cannot touch, and sons cannot get exposure. No. Your body is the best doctor ever. It knows every single thing. From one chromosome to another chromosome, two chromosome gets into two cells, get into one cell. The one cell is become a nucleated cell. Then it become a embryo, and then it comes, and then after a couple of days, it become like 2, and then it come 4 and 8 and 16. And then after, 200 over days, it become little human. Who makes that? Your body makes it. God has provided the system. The body is producing another soul, another life, not a soul. Then after a period of time, then soul comes in, gets in. That all is a different story. But you can, you see what is the level of a human. And a lot of people has proved, in many ways that, a disease can be cured and this and that. But then these are the people who will put sunblock for them. They will talk about power of mind, power of this, power of that, and then they put sunblock. They say, sun is bad, day sun is bad, all these things. If you all were to do that, that is not right. Fix your nutrition part. That is the most important. Nutrition. Okay, your nutrition is the key point. There's a key. That is the most we should be talking about. not the sun. Comes the most best part here, male breast cancer. Okay. How come male don't have a breast but they have a cancer? Now males are already developing breasts. Males have a lot bigger breasts than women already now. Okay, why? Because of beautiful foods has been toxic, has contaminated with progesterone and estrogen. This is making males to have big breasts too. Okay, but the only thing they don't have a bra, I guess. Okay, males. All right, but I've seen some jokers. They put some paddings and all to cover. Okay, I've been to this one wedding. I know it's my cousin's wedding. Okay, the cousin's son was getting married, and he's very he was putting like something to cover up from his chest up to his tummy. And that day his tummy was missing. He looked so slim. It is his boobs all is missing. I went and tapped him. Is like a cardboard inside, dumb like that. I said, "Oh my God!" He said, "Uncle, please." You see, a lot of people doing that. It's not something that we should be laughing, but we can't. What to do with this kind of people? You see, it's so sad. Okay. See, though breast cancer is primarily affect women, men are certainly not immune to this disease. In fact, 2,000 men, in fact, it's more than that. 2,000 is been diagnosed for breast cancer in United States. In India, one of the largest reconstructive surgery, plastic surgery, which is done, is one of it is removing men's breast. Okay, male breast. Okay, the majority of male, 92% is considered hormonal receptor positive, estrogen, progesterone issue. Where it comes from the food. Okay, what are the largest food has contents of too much of estrogen and progesterone? Chicken, and chicken egg. The egg which you are eating is an haploid egg, single chromosome egg, and this egg is extremely highly jabbed with all this hormonal stuff, and they have already adjusted every single thing. Omegas have been altered. Why people do not think anything nowadays. Everyone is educated, so they know about science, this and that. The moment they said omega 3, 6, 9 is all added, they will pick that up first. Wow, this egg is so good. Why? Fat free. Omega 3 is added. Oh, so good. That goes same to the milk. Fat free milk is good. High calcium, low fat. When did we had this cow had the low fat and high calcium? We only had one cow. The Daisy cow can give. Everything is modified. If you want a blue sugar, they will give you blue sugar. This is the world. The biotech is so good. Trust me. More than 4,400 men lose their battle with breast cancer. Even now, the statistic most probably is more, 1,000. I don't know. This is like 2020. 2020. Yes. Okay. According to the American Cancer Society, 2,470 men will be diagnosed for breast cancer every year. Okay. Dangerous, right? Look at this picture. It looks so disgusting, and I wanted to put it for all of you, the males here who have breasts or you don't have breasts. Please take this seriously. Okay, this is so dangerous. Okay, and we do get a pink ribbon at the end. Oh my God. And the sign and symptoms and how you diagnose, how you take care, the treatment is exactly the same for both. Okay, male and female. It doesn't make any difference. All the cancers are the same, but it depends on which area it grows. That's all. Simple. Okay, it is an unwanted, uncontrolled growth cell. The cell is no use to stay there. That's it. So this is where the invert of the nipples will take place. Discharge will take place. This is the discharge, and also it turns colors. It can get swollen, and we can be painful, can be non-painful as well. Okay. And this is where surgery has been done, and the breast, the lump has been removed, and also some radiation has been given. This is how it looks like. Look at the breast on the other side. This is male breast. If not, people might think this is female. That bad it is. In UK they already make a posters like this. They even have a t-shirt with the bra picture there and promoting awareness of breast cancer. That serious it is. Okay. And this is the gynomastia. This is normally we see because of imbalance of too much of testosterone, also too much you can get this progesterone and estrogen as well. You see, there are a lot of people wants to have big muscle. They want to grow up big. This is all the wrongdoing of handling and administrating hormonal tablets. Now, this hormone tablets, you can get it access. Uh, a lot of people are selling this. If you go to the gym, all the gym trainers, people are aware. They are not aware what they're doing, what they're giving, what to take, what not to take. They totally do not have any knowledge on this. They just know take testosterone, you come bigger. That's total rubbish. And even today, I was like working with one person on their weight management, and she was telling that I don't want big leg, I don't want big body. You think that it's so easy for you to come big? No, you can never come big. Okay, you can never come big. Okay. And she was telling, no, I don't want my legs to become big, because I asked us to do some squats and lunges and this and that. So she said, no, I don't want to have a huge leg. Oh my goodness sake, if you do that for a year also, you never have a big figure, because human system only can accommodate that. All the pictures you see in the gym, the pictures, big chest, big this, big that, there is a different modality, different way of you handle the training, different food, different medication, different steroids, everything is being taught. And we take the off season, on season, there's so much of things you need to manage, and the biggest thing is you need about 10 years. This they think they carry for one rep, they'll become big tomorrow. Suddenly you sleep and you wake up, you have big thighs, big nails. Oh my goodness, then everybody will be big like that. No, it doesn't work that way. So don't misuse, use and wrongly handle this. Okay. And in taking too much of chicken cause this as well. Look at that. Okay. I've seen so many patients out in this condition. Okay. And this is very, very dangerous. Why? The reason is they don't have a balanced progesterone and estrogen. Where it comes from? It comes from chicken. Look at the size of the chicken, from 57 now 2000. Even now, you see, those days they make the chicken big while they are alive. Now we have a technology, they can make the dead chicken become big. Okay, they will put in all kind of jabs and pumped up the chicken in before it comes to the market. Then it looks like muscular and big. And you take one chicken, wow, 12 ringgit, I get 2.5 kg. Wow, good. After you cook, you become small. See. So eggs is as well. Now the marketing strategy for egg is the marketing strategy for egg is hold on. Okay, the marketing strategy for egg is something they want to have coloring. Okay, uh, they want to see the egg color is so yellowish, the egg yolk is so yellow, and all these issue. Okay, this is not really good. Okay, if you're taking a village kind of like telur kampung, they call it, village egg, that is different. Okay, but it is very difficult to debate about egg and where to get good eggs. I don't know. I always give the advice is take less. That will be the best. Okay, because there's no sources that you can guarantee the egg is free from all this uh, estrogen, progesterone, and all, unless you have own egg at home. That will be the best. So if you have any reliable sources, then it is fine. Okay, this is what I always advise people. Okay, why? It is a single chromosome egg, and is haploid egg, we call it. Okay, go and Google and see. All this kind of coloring food, donuts and flour base is so damaging, and extremely dangerous. Okay, hormonal imbalance is very high even in the donut. Okay, cakes, pastries, and all, because the milks they use, and all these things comes with this. And when nowadays you can do even a better, more tastier chocolates and pastries and cookies and all. Why? They have already upgraded the ingredients with all this kind of stuff. Okay. Estrogen production is a cause of craving. You tends to want to eat more. You want to have more sugary stuff and all these things. This is very, very alarming. Okay. Okay, the root cause of all degenerative disease. Degenerative disease is something that, even you can take as cancer as one of it. Toxin lifestyle, toxin food choice. This is the key. Okay, remember the key for human. The food has been a medicine. Now there is no longer it is in that way. Okay, today more than 95% of the chronic disease is caused by food choice. Toxin food ingredients, nutritional deficiency, and lack of physical exercise. Okay, people don't move, and they eat a lot, and then they want to run and burn it. Something so funny and so ridiculous. Okay, nowadays this sports and fitness has become a huge business. Okay, this is what is all wrong. So this is where you see either this the safest and the most powerful source, from medicinal food. You need to have a therapeutical food, superfood, medicinal value food, okay, micronutrition, all this stuff. This is where the DXN comes in. This is where the DXN comes in. You need to have an way how you're going to come out of this problem, because you're depending on what they have in this market. What you have, you cannot manage with it. It is so bad. Okay, so this is and there's another issue is we are eating to die, technically, or the slowest form of poison. Okay, now to people's view, to their eye, they only anything they can eat, it tastes good, that it become healthy. Okay, they're not much worried, but they do not know literally all this food they're eating is killing them slowly. It's a slow worst form of poison. Okay, so the food destroy our cells and organs slowly. Okay, nowadays food is very highly processed, acidic, loaded with toxins and chemical. Okay, for prevention and all this enhancement, taste, and the shelf lives and everything they're doing, very less in vitamins, very less in minerals and enzymes. I spoke about this. There is one video about these chemicals and all that. Please look for it. Okay, and it destroys and damage our cells very, very slowly. Okay, and anybody has this kind of figure, even absence of disease, you're very active, this, that, no, you are going towards something dangerous. So please bring it down. The visceral fats and all, this is an alarming organ. What you can see from outside and what you can see from inside is totally different. But this is something that we need to correct as well. Tips to reduce risk of cancer. Not only cancer and any disease, the solution, okay, is balanced nutrition. Okay, eat high nutrition, alkaline based food, and high nutrition means it has to be natural. Okay, according to Hippocrates, the father of medicine, let the food be the medicine and the medicine be the food. A lot of people tell this, but they do not even know what is the meaning and how meaningful is that word. Okay, early detection cancers, obviously he can do a lot of wonders. Okay, but late, okay, it is very dangerous. Early has high survival chance. How does DXN going to help you? DXN products is a revolutionary product. Okay, it is a gift to the mankind, and it been a gift to me and my family and me. Okay, I am 52 years old. I am equally active as even the 25 years old, and they cannot cope with my activeness in doing things. Okay, and lot of things, and even I've seen and helping a lot of other sick people by giving DXN products. Okay, so this mushroom based product, and when it comes to Lindsay, when it comes to Ganoderma, DXN is the guru. Remember, DXN is a guru. It is not a business, it is more than a business. Okay, it's a blissful thing. Don't run after money, run after educating people, giving people knowledge, and saving people's life by changing and talking about health. Health is belongs to everyone. Health is our birthright. So every single human being has the qualification, have the rights to talk about health, but you do not have the qualification to do surgery or give chemical. That the doctor will do. We are here talking about food, talking about health. Not only doctors are fit to talk about health, they do, and any human being has more rights to talk about health, because health and wellness is our birthright. Remember that. So this DXN Products is a food-based company. Even now, today, they come out with the mushroom soup. Okay, it is so nice, so wonderful. Okay, this is what we want. It's going to be a huge supermarket for food, healthy food. All right. So what that the Ganoderma does is it cleans to your cellular level, extract all your chemicals out, your toxins from your cellular level, and the nutrition from other areas. Even the Ganoderma has more than 400 types of nutrition, and also the spirulina has, and there are so many enzymes and this and that. There's so many things. You see, a couple of days back, I had one patient. He had very bad urinary issues. So when he went to hospital, they said prostate issue. Okay, put him on so many antibiotics and all these things. After completing the antibiotics for 2 weeks, recurrent again. So good part is he had a DXN with him. Just ask him to take some, concussion here, like Codipine, this and that. Totally good relief in 3 days. You're so happy. You see, your food is medicine. Remember, your food is medicine. Why do you eat? To feed them, to give them the best nutrition. So from the best nutrition, your body can do the best and the best. So now the food is not coming with enough nutrition. It comes with toxin and depleted so much of bad things. And mostly, most of the food doesn't have nutrition, only calories they have. All right. Come to the quality. We don't want to talk about this. The company is 30 years old company. This year is 270 over countries, Europe continent, Australia, USA, everywhere is. So you want to talk about quality? We are qualified to talk about quality. The Europe has done that. Australia has done that. The only company local has TGA, Australian Goods Administration. Everything is there. So jump on this. Last message. Invest into your food, your health. Okay? This is much cheaper than hospital bills. Hospital bills are flying, skyrocket millions. Okay? Hospital bills based on how much you are insured. You're insured for 5 million, they'll give you a bill for 4.8 million. This is how the industry works. Don't want to talk that much. Thank you for watching. Let's go into the Q&A session. So back to our co-host.
Yes, Dr. DXN, good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you doing?
Yeah, great, excellent. Keep rocking.
Okay, let's take some questions.
Yeah, if anybody wants to share your experience or want to ask a doctor a question, you can raise your hand. You'll be given a chance.
Any question on the chat bot? No, huh?
No, doctor. I already put a message, but till now there's no question.
Okay, maybe all are listening very carefully.
Yeah, hope so.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Savita, doctor. Yes, yes. I'll unmute. Yes, Savita, you can unmute yourself and ask the question.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Generally, when I many have taken the foods from DXN through me, but general question is first 15 days. Many people are rejecting because of they are telling it is excess heat. Even
Mhm.
today also, one of my colleague engineer called me. He is telling that I have stopped the foods because it's creating a lot of heat in the body.
Okay. All right. You see, the excess heat is not the heat. Okay. This excess heat issue is been everything in on every food. Okay. But when they take alcohol, if they have too excess, they knock them out for 2 days. They will have the what they call that hangover. But the third day they will continue drinking again. You see, they have to understand this is a defending mechanism where the body is modulating everything inside. So when you take the good things, you just take few vegetables, you put in, you just boil, don't put salt, don't put anything, you just drink that soup, you will start to have reaction. What are the reaction? You start to sweat, you will start to have some kind of smelly sweats and all these things, and then you will have a little bit of headache and this and that. Why? Because your body is doing the food which you are getting, the food is and a medicinal value is going in and working on the system. Same goes to this moringa. Okay, the moringa is meant for cleaning the colon. There's so many people are so what to say, uneducated, I can't say that, uh, they're so poor in knowledge of sense of in health. They say they eat this moringa, they have diarrhea, they stop, they say that is allergic to me. See, we are staying in the community in this kind of situation. Okay, good things they will never allow the body to happen. You see, so when this is going to remove toxin, you already have a so much toxin flooded system. Your system is overwhelmed with toxin. So when it goes in, it increases the heat in because it has to work. It has to remove the toxin, their lymphatic system. So what you got to do, you have to facilitate the system by helping the system to eliminate. So what you got to do, you need to drink more water, you need to have a proper sleep, you need to remodify all your food which is easy for digestion. What happens when you have a fever? When you have a fever, your body tell you not to eat. It gives you a very bad appetite of eating. It cuts the appetite off. Anything you put in your mouth, it is very bitter. Why? The body don't want you to eat. And it gives you the thirst. Drink more water. It increase the temperature to fight the bacteria and the virus or whatever. You see how it goes? This is the super system that God has given will never fail you. But we are failing the system in many ways. Okay, so our duty is to educate all this kind of people who do not know what is really happening and how the body system works. So keep battling, keep educating with them, and only the blessed ones will get the purest rejuvenation of the system. This is what I will tell. Okay, I hope I answered the question, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, doctor. Thank you for the answer. And one more question in the chat box by Jenish Prabhu. If cancer is developing over a period of 10 to 20 years, how come children or young generation is exposed to cancer today?
Okay, this is a fantastic question. You see, the children's, they have very bad DNA chromosome issues. There are more than 280 over to 300 over types of chemicals attacking the infant in the umbilical cord. You see, that is why in gynotherapy, we highly recommend to take very high dose of RGGL to prevent the baby from getting this exposure from chemical. Even it goes through the mother and it attacks them. And this is where a lot of child has, a lot of deformation in the birth. And when the chromosomes and when the whole formularization is happening in the system, okay? You see, how a human system is been formed. Go back to scratch. One cell and one cell. One cell from the father, one cell from the mother. Both cells will become one zygote. From that zygote, it duplicates, it become mutate, and from 1 to 2, 2 to 4, and then it keep going and become millions. But during this process, a lot of damages is happen. Like how if I know A, E, I, O, U, I take couple of even 2 sentences and ask you to write a book. Gone, that's it. So the DNA is formed backwards, the amino acids, everything. So this is where the child can form deformations, and a lot of issues will come, and in the birth also child carries high chance of cancer. This is now happening very aggressively, you see, and this is only in this current technological world. We are facing this a lot of research has been going on and this and that, but nothing really concrete has been answered, you see. But I believe this mistake is in the gene of the parent, gene of the the cells is very, very damaged. Okay, the hemoglobin is so poor. You see, when I see patients in the hospitals, hardly I can find that the hemoglobin is 11.5, 12, 13. No, pregnancy ladies 7, 8. I even seen 6 and 7, and they have a lot of skin problems, eczema problems, this and that, and phlegm. The chest is so heavy. But when I'm in the hospital, I can't give people DXN and this and that, as a medical ethics, and that's another issue. See, I have 2 practice. One is my own practice, DXN, and another things which where in the hospital I can't do so. But I'll tell them, I'll take the risk and tell them. But how many people wants to listen? And when the child born with eczema, then what they will say? Your father, mother have eczema? Yes, and the child comes with an eczema. Oh my God. You see, this is the mistake. Okay, this is where we have to. That's why, Dr. Lim, our great man, Dr. Lim used to say that the baby should be taking Ganoderma in the stomach from birth to, tomb. Okay, so that powerful it is. So managing the toxin is extremely important. So a lot of people has so much of complications. The GMO has caused a lot of damages to the world, and a lot of issues. We can just keep going on and on. A lot of things is been hidden. Okay, there are a lot of research is going on animals, and if you really know all this stuff, oh my God, it is so animal cruelty, this and that, japping and making the monkeys become different and everything. This is research. Scientists is doing extensive stuff. So we take care of ourselves. The best modality to take care of yourself is DXN. I have 2 kids. One is 2, one is 6. Thank God, DXN in my hand. Until today, they have never got a single flu, single fever, nothing, not even a day. They have never ever taken a drop of paracetamol, a drop of flu, nothing, not even a diarrhea. How is that possible? It's not because of me. It is because of the good nutrition which has been fed to them, and that has really made them become very healthy and very smart people. They're very intelligent too. So 1,000 times better than me when I was a child. So nutrition is our key. Remember that nutrition is our key. Please. Okay, sir. What is the next question, sir?
Yeah, yes, doctor. Thank you for the answer. And the other question by Renal, doctor, how to get rid of ulcerative colitis?
Okay, very simple. Ulcerative colitis. Stop all the flour-based food. Stop drinking milk if you are doing. and then cut your sugary food and all this. Do your food very well. Takes the DXN products. You need a lot of enzymes. We have a lot of enzymes, and we're going to be the largest enzyme manufacturer in the world. Okay, they are working on in Japan and in China. Okay, so the Morinzyme, lion's mane is another mushroom. It looks like a lion's head. This is the best for colon. Okay, colon, brain, and all. You all have to understand. We have heard disease comes from stomach. Okay, and colon. Why? Stomach is connected to the entire human system, especially the head, the brain, the muscles. So remember, okay. So keep your stomach as purest as clean, a mirror. Then you can live to any age you want. So these are the things you have to do, and integrate the DXN into your life. Take a lot of spirulina. Change your coffee. Take the DXN coffee. We have a lot of beautiful coffees. We also have tea if you are a tea lover. Okay. Once you do this, then your colon will get much better, and your ulcer will start to go off, and you will be, you see, normally they will say you cannot drink coffee. No. In DXN, I have told this, like if you have seen me 10 years back, I will tell you, don't drink coffee because you have, ulcerative colitis, this IBS, this and that. But what I do now, any patient comes to see me, they have pain, they are dying in pain. I will not give them the MMT or Gelusil and all this stuff. I'll make them a beautiful hot cup of Cordyceps coffee or the lion's mane coffee. You know how the patient will hold the coffee and drink? They will hold it like this. Whenever you are in pain, we hold something hot, you feel very comfortable. Then they will take the first zip like heaven. I tell you, like heaven. Because coffee lover cannot drink coffee and you're having pain. You feel so good and so warm, and you're taking the best shot at that time. Whoa! That's the smile after will come after a few seconds. They will look at me and smile. The question will be, doctor, what coffee is this? I'll say, enjoy the coffee. We'll talk about it later. Go. They'll smile and go and enjoy, They'll say, wow, you made my day. I've done this to hundreds of patients. Okay. So I guess I, give you the right information. There's also one video about this ulcerative issues and all. Please watch that. You'll get more clarification. Okay. Next.
Doctor, Mr. Rajendra from Bangalore raised a hand. Yes, Rajendra, you can ask your question.
Good morning, sir. Name, sir. Good morning, Dr. Fidos.
Good morning,
Good
sir.
morning.
Good morning, sir.
It is very nice session. It's amazing information, Doctor, given. I have one question, Doctor. One of my friend's grandfather has this cancer tumor in between these two intestines, and it has been removed 1 month back. Then doctor suggested him then to go for chemotherapy. His age is 75. So they have come across me. So I told them, see, his age is now this much and chemotherapy may not going to help much. Why don't you start this DXN products? So they have started with Noni-G and GL, Spirulina, and this Cordyceps coffee and Genoti, Desi Genoti. And first 2 weeks he's feeling very good. But after that, slowly he started, stopped eating anything and feeling weak. So is it something like now it's going on the recovery mode or what? Now they are having fear that he's not eating and there is no strength in the body and something like that. What I am telling that it's because of the healing process, whatever their tiredness or the toxicity inside is coming out. So keep continue and just give them juice, fruits and all.
Rajendra, some sound is coming from your end. Please make sure it's not coming.
Yes, sir.
Other than your voice, some other sound is coming.
Yeah. Oh, my son was no problem. So now it's okay, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
I get your question. I will answer that. Okay. You see, a lot of people have a bad impression in chemotherapy. Okay. Yes, I do agree. Chemotherapy is very hard on patient. Yes. Okay. Why it become hard is because the patient is very weak. Okay. So not all patients need chemotherapy, but I'm not in the position to advise you whether he should go for chemo or he shouldn't go for chemo. Okay. because the patient is not in my assessment. If I can assess the patient, then that is totally a different scenario. Okay, what I will tell you is, okay, if he's going for a chemo, prepare his nutritional intake where he can support the chemotherapy. Okay, chemotherapy's modality is very simple: hitting all the cells and killing all the cells. Now, when you kill the cells, you need to regrow back the new cells. So, what the body has to work on to build the new cells? Obviously, the body needs good nutrition. So, push him with a lot of nutrition. This is the problem with this patient is sometimes they think they are giving a poison to them. Okay, they happily go for chemotherapy and this side they'll take 2 GL, 2 RG, 2 spirulina. That is like putting salt in the sea. Anyone who goes for a chemotherapy should be taking 100 spirulina, 50 RG, 50 GL, drink the Morinji, everything. This is going to be a food which giving you the nutrition to fight and rebuild back the damage done by the chemotherapy. So you need to know how to use the both factors here. Chemotherapy, I would not say is bad for everybody. I have handled the chemotherapy for my patients with DXN. I get good results. Okay, but sometimes, but you cannot go and ask another question to me why the hospital don't give DXN. That is not in our hand. Okay, so at times also when I advise to patient don't take it. That is up to them. Everybody has their own opinion, own right. Okay, so what I always suggest to you is give him more DXN products, more enzymes, cut on all the other milks and all the other stuffs. Definitely he will progress. If the hospital see him progressing, they will stop the chemotherapy. They do not need to go. This because in our protocol, every cancer patient must go for a chemotherapy. But I don't want to argue on that either. So we'll do our part here as a human, as a friend, as a relative, a loved one. Give them the DXN as much as you could and work on the other areas of the food so that he gets a good result. End of the day, our ultimate aim is to keep him healthy, fit, and alive. That's all. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, doctor. The next question by Prasannam. My friend died of cancer early 50s. He used to take DXN products on somebody advice for good health when he was in Thailand. After 3 years, when he came, he was diagnosed having abdominal cancer and passed away in 6 months. What do you say, doctor?
Okay, okay. You see, when they take the DXN product, there is no guarantee that he will never die. Okay, that's one. Second thing, how much they take, what they do, the lifestyle is totally different. Okay, this is what always people sometimes any of our leaders or any of the people who consume the DXN product when they passed away or they die, they always ask this question: how come he can die? They always say, what happened? Cardiac arrest. You see, the question here is a lot of areas you need to investigate. All right. First, I always tell all the DXN members, even you take DXN products, you still need to eat clean. You need to eat good. We are human beings. The margin of you to enjoy the food is make it 10%, 15%. Once in a while, you give a shot to something that is bad is okay. But there are a lot of people have this idea, I have DXN, I can eat anything I want. That is wrong. And how much do you take? If you take like 30 RG, 30 GL, 50 this, 50 that, then you take everything, then at least we will say like, the toxin is being manageable. This is no sports, no activity. They take very limited things, okay, from the DXN. And they don't care. They can drink any coffee. When they're outside, they will drink all the, mumbo jumbo coffee. When they come home, only they will drink DXN coffee. Okay. What is the purpose? Where are you going to make this correct? You see, 1 can of Coca-Cola goes into your body, 40 cans of Coca-Cola, 40 cans of water goes into your system. Still, you cannot clean them. You remember? So treat this system as one of the best gifts from the God. And this is your temple is. So I never touch bread. 99%. 1% yes. You can never see me eating spaghetti, macaroni, pastas and all. A couple of days back, a week back, I went for a training some fitness stuff training. Then they give bread. A lot of people are eating happily. I had my coffee. I drink my coffee, and they also had coffee there. I brought my coffee. I'll never touch other coffee in my life. For past 8 years, I've never drank any coffee from outside. If I don't bring any coffee, I will take water, warm water or plain water. Okay, but most of the time, I will have my coffee. Either there'll be one somewhere hiding in my pocket or in my bag or somewhere. Okay, I keep digging, I will find one, like the Doraemon bag. You see, why I do all this? Some people laugh at me. Never mind, let people laugh. It's okay. Why I do? I love myself. I want a good health until the end of my journey. How long I'm going to live, that is irrelevant. Maybe tomorrow I may die, but I will die in a smile. See, this is what they have to value. Value the health. Okay. And this year I made a point that I'll finish all my work and I'll go to bed very early. Why? I also starting on my other things in the early in the morning. So we need to have a kind of value for the system, the human that we have. Okay. There is two things here. One is the soul. Another thing is the house. So the soul needs to be happy. You need to also feed them in good thoughts, good mind, good deeds. Body to be happy, you need to flush them with beautiful, abundant, lovely nutrition. So please do this too. My humble request from every single human being who is watching this. Okay. The DXN gives both of this. Nutrition comes from the products. The Sunya therapy comes from the mind. It also gives for everyone free of charge. Go and learn the Sunya therapy. Go and Google. There's so many Sunya masters here. Okay, Guru, they are teaching free. Okay, so learn this. These two things you must have. Get enough sleep also. Have some movement. You see, when you talk about health and life and mind and soul and spirit, oh my God, we can talk for another couple of hours or days. That deep it is. Okay, I hope I answered the question. If I answer it like too much, I'm so sorry. Okay, next question, sir. Times is running up.
Yeah. Next question from Shailaja.
Uh-huh.
Cancer is developed over a period of 10 to 20 years. There will be signals of health to be observed. Can you please tell me what are the early signs?
Okay, what are the early signs? You see, it depends on what kind of cancer. Normally, you'll run low, very low energy. Okay, energy. If it is like a colon, you always will have frequent digestion issues, stomach issues, bloatness, this and that. Okay, and also some cancers are very silent, very silent. Okay, so the sign and symptoms like breast, you always has to do a regular routine checkup. Okay, every like 2 weeks once, or 1 week once. Okay, that part. So these are all the things. The pain, sometimes you'll associate with pain, sometimes you associate with bleedings, discharge, and all these things. Okay, but some cancers are very silent, which you cannot check them, like colon you cannot check and all this. It depends on your lifestyle. If you are having a very alarming lifestyle, very modern, your working environment is such so much of chemical, this, that you handle, which is unpreventable or unmanageable, please do a regular checkup, like 2 years once or 1 year once. It depends on your lifestyle. If you have a very good lifestyle, you also have a low risk in the family runnings, then it's fine. You can do like 3 years once or 5 years once. So high risk in the family, everybody is dying of cancer, uncle, auntie, things. And also the obesities and this and that you cannot manage. You have, knee problem, you're obese and things. Please do very regular routine checks. Okay. So like even pap smear now, they tell do it 6 months once. That is another big thing. Yeah, also a lot of people are come and ask me, doctor, do I have to do it 6 months once? It depends on you. It depends how you value, how much of activity you do, what is your exposure or risk factor. Okay, you decide. Okay, but generally I will say do 2 years once. This is the best. Okay, it depends. Okay, even you're healthy or not healthy, do it 2 years once. All these checks are very easy. You can run a blood test. You can do some a scope and all this. Okay, and please pay attention. Nutrition, the other stuff, very important. 10% margin, for something that you need to enjoy, which is bad. That should be good. Okay.
Thank you, doctor. The last question of the day,
Okay.
Surendra Kumar. Doctor, I am a patient of bladder cancer, stage 1. What is your recommended DXN product to take? Already I am taking RGGL, spirulina, and Noni-Z.
Bladder means which bladder? Gallbladder?
Surendra Kumar,
Urine.
Kumar, can you raise your hand?
Urine bladder?
Yeah, I will unmute you. Yes, Surendra Kumar, you can talk now.
Sir, it is urinary bladder.
Okay. All right. Okay. You must be very lucky to know that it's a stage 1. Okay. Take a
Yes.
lot of the RGGL spirulina. Okay. Like 30 pairs or 20 pairs. That's very important. Okay. Whenever you're thirsty, please drink water. Okay. Don't have an idea of drinking 2 liter, 3 liter per day and all these things is good and bad. There is no guidance like that. There's no that's all is not true. When you're thirsty, please drink. When you're hungry, please eat it correctly. Okay. When you're tired, rest. When you're sleepy, sleep. Okay. And the DXN products, the very important ones is RGGL spirulina. If you have codipine, is much better. If you don't have codipine, if it's India or other place, Morinzi is valuable everywhere. Take that. And then use our VCO. VCO is so good, very important. Do all this. Okay. And do not hold on your urine all too much and all these things. Okay, keep yourself active. Definitely, okay, your issues will be rectified. Because now what you got to do is, we all have cancer cells in our body. What is important? Your immune system has to be in front. Your cancer cells has to be back. Your cancer cells cannot become in front and your immune system goes at the back. Then we lose the race. Always make sure the immune system running in front and the rest coming at the back. Then you are okay. Even if it is a COVID, that's how it should be. Okay. So if you are obese, reduce your weight, do a lot of squat, and all this kind of exercise helps you. If you can do some yoga also is much better, and integrate with Sunya therapy for a very beautiful mind balance that will work very well for you. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, that's all the questions of the day, doctor.
Okay. Yeah, that's all. Huh?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
all.
Okay, bladder. Okay, this one last question is what? Question is that. Okay. Okay. Lot of people also ask, there is any special diet for cancer? None. Okay, there is only human diet. What is human diet? What we can eat? Refer to your great grandfathers, grandmothers, those days what they had. That is the best. Don't trust any doctors. Don't trust any science. Science is something that you are measuring is unmeasurable, is over already too much, lot of things. But we can't blame the science either. We have very good high-tech technology to detect, to scan, to do surgical, to support and all beautiful. But food is our responsibility. Okay, we always miss what we are doing and then we always blame the others for our damage. So we cannot do that. Okay. Always the first one, anything, any situation got to be blamed is us. Okay. The most important competitor for you in this whole world is you. Do better than yesterday and you will do better than today for tomorrow. Look into the mirror, love that person what you see and love him as much as you can, then you will fly high. FLY, first love yourself. FLY, first love yourself. That will give you a beautiful health. Okay, so remember this. Okay, our health is in our hand. Love yourself as much as you can. Every single thing goes into your mouth. Make sure it is the best of the best. All right, so we will finish this session here. I'd like to thank our co-host, Mr. Nemi sir, to give me a very big support here in the last minute. Okay, if he's not here, I don't think so. I would have read or answer all the questions. Thank you, Mr. Nemi sir.
Yeah, it's my pleasure, doctor. Sorry for the late joining.
No
Because of
problem.
network
No
issues.
problem. Okay, So thank you for everyone. Okay, let's see next week what we're going to talk. Okay, if you all have any suggestions, you all may put. I think next week we're going to talk about. I'm thinking about talking about food and kids. Never mind, we'll come out with something interesting that current upcoming. Those who have my number, please message me, or you can even put in the YouTube channel. Okay, in the chat session request for what is the next. Okay, so thank you so much. All right, let's call it up today. It's going to be 10 o'clock already. Okay, 1.5 hours. Bye bye. Fantastic session
Thank you,
today.
one and all.
Okay, bye. Okay.